Attack on Titan, 10 Easter eggs you'll only notice on a rewatch. Rewatching Attack on Titan and piecing together the clues is so satisfying that it might be more entertaining than the first watch was. The show Attack on Titan is one of the best anime ever made, and like all great stories, foreshadowing major events is important. There are a lot of mysteries in the series that fans wanted answers on for years. Upon learning the truth, fans can start watching the series again with a different mindset and notice all of the things that they didn't think about when they didn't have as much knowledge the first time they watched it. A lot of Attack on Titan's foreshadowing comes from the Easter eggs hidden throughout the episodes. Rewatching the show and piecing together the clues is so satisfying that it might be more entertaining than the first watch was. 10. Eren dreamed of the Titans breaking into Shiganshina and Walmaria. When the series began, Eren was sleeping underneath a tree. Moments of his dream quickly flashed as he woke up. Mikasa found him crying and asked what was wrong, but he forgot what his dream was about. When slowing down this scene at the right time, one will quickly realize that Eren dreamed of the Titans breaking into Shiganshina and Walmaria, as well as the smiling Titan eating his mother. Later on in the episode, the same thing happens, showing that Eren's dream came true. 9. Keith was the commander of the Survey Corps. Keith was the 104th Cadet Corps' instructor. His main role in the anime was training the main characters, but he played an even more important role in the history of the series. Before becoming an instructor, Keith was the commander of the Survey Corps. In the first episode, Eren and Mikasa watched the Survey Corps return from a mission. A soldier's mother found out from Keith that her son died in battle and that all that was left of him was his arm. Keith felt awful about allowing his soldiers to die and gave his title to Erwin. Within the next few years, his appearance significantly changed to the point that Eren, Mikasa, and even the fans had no idea that these two characters were actually the same until his backstory was revealed. 8. When Eren discussed the Armored Titan, Reiner can be seen listening. When Eren first met the other members of the 104th Cadet Corps, they were excited to find out that he was in Shiganshina the day the Colossal and Armored Titans attacked. They had a lot of questions for him, to which he answered. Little did he know, however, that the Colossal and Armored Titans were listening. When Eren specifically talked about the Armored Titan, Reiner can be seen listening. Due to how similar Reiner looks to the Armored Titan, it is surprising that fans didn't realize that he was one of Eren's greatest enemies sooner, especially since this is only one of the examples of Reiner's identity being foreshadowed. 7. Eren's steam can be seen after an injury. This foreshadows his Titan abilities. During his days in the 104th Cadet Corps, Eren couldn't seem to be able to use his vertical maneuvering gear properly. When he couldn't stand straight while practicing, he fell down and injured his head. Steam can be spotted rising above him shortly after. Though the fans that did notice this their first time watching couldn't figure out why steam was rising from him, they can now tell that it was to foreshadow his Titan abilities. Not long after, Eren was able to master vertical maneuvering as Keith revealed that the gear Eren used was broken. 6. Reiner's comments to Eren during training foreshadows their later battle. Before Reiner confessed to being the Armored Titan, he was close friends with Eren. The two became each other's greatest enemy after Reiner attacked the Survey Corps and tried to kidnap Eren, who didn't understand how Reiner could have done such terrible things to him. Years later, Eren attacked Marley and told Reiner that he understood why he did what he had done, and that they were the same. Back when they were members of the 104th Cadet Corps, the two of them trained together. During practice, Reiner had to attack Eren. After he was beaten, he told Eren that it was his turn. Though this is certainly not what he meant, the foreshadowing was great. 5. Bertholdt bites his hand to prepare for battle, which hints at his powers. When Bertholdt, Reiner, Connie, Ymir, and Historia were in Utgard Castle, the Titans shockingly attacked them at night. Up until this point in this series, it was believed that Titans could only be active while the sun was up, and the members of the Survey Corps underestimated the struggle they would face. In order to save Historia and defeat the Titans as they closed in, Ymir showed off her Titan abilities. Bertholdt almost joined the fight as well as he could be seen getting prepared to bite his hand, the same way that Eren does when he uses his Titan. It wouldn't be long for Bertholdt to show his powers. 4. Reiner's speech hinted at the outside world. Up until the end of Season 3, the people in Paradis thought that they were all that was left of humanity. However, Reiner, as well as many of the other Titan shifters in the series, were from Marley, another nation. When he revealed his identity, his speech didn't make much sense to his enemies. However, after finding out the truth of the world, they understood what he meant. He was forced to attack Paradis, believing that the people inside of the walls were devils, only to find out that they weren't much different from him. Despite becoming friends with his comrades, he knew that he had to finish his mission in order to save the world. 3. Ymir's past also hinted at the world outside of Paradis. Like Reiner and Bertholdt, Ymir also lived in Marley before going to Paradis. However, instead of being a part of the warrior unit, her life was very different. A group of people that worshipped Ymir Fritz found her and gave her a new name. She became their leader and had everything she've ever wanted. Once the Marleyans found out, they turned her into a Titan and sent her to Paradis. Decades later, she found the warriors on their journey to Shiganshina and ate Marcel, inheriting the job Titan. Ymir's story gave a lot of insight to fans before it was revealed that there were people outside of Paradis. 2. The Coordinate explains why Dina was killed. At the end of Season 2, Eren, Mikasa, and Hans find the Titan that killed Carla again. Hans tried to avenge her, but died in the process. Acting too recklessly to think straight, Eren punched Dina. Surprisingly, the other Titans around them began to ignore the Titans and ran towards Dina, killing her. Though it didn't make any sense at the time, after learning about the Coordinate and the connection between the founding Titan and the royal family, fans now know why Dina was killed. 1. Historia's identity was hinted at by the way that people reacted to her. When her friends, as well as the audience, first met La Historia, they never would have expected her to be the Princess of Paradis. She didn't even know who she really was. Looking back on it, however, her friends often thought of her as a goddess, so it makes a lot of sense that she would become their queen. When she did begin to rule over them, she helped her people just as much as she aided her comrades, and proved to be a much better leader than her father. So I hope you guys enjoy the video, and if you do, please throw me a like, subscribe and comment down below which one you know about. Also, please let me know what you guys want me to make a video about. Have a good day and goodbye.